After coming off their most productive year ever with more than 140 million pounds harvested, Georgia pecan producers are preparing for a far less haul this time around. But as John Holcomb reports, a low supply doesn't necessarily mean all hope is lost.
2020 was perhaps the best year pecan growers in the state have ever had. But sadly, this year, growers in the state will be lucky to get a percentage of that number. It's something Andrew Sawyer, area pecan agent for Southeast Georgia, says they were expecting, but didn't expect numbers as low as what they're seeing now.
Last year we had such a big crop. What was it going to be this year? And from that perspective, there's going to be some type of alternation with these trees. We come into 2021 and you're not going to have what you had last year, 130, 140 million pounds in Georgia. So we already knew that coming in. But what we're seeing right now is reflective of many different things that have occurred through the season.
Of course, from the very beginning, things started off difficult as Mother Nature delayed the start of the growing season.
The pecan crop in 2021 started late. So we were cold in April. We were dry, which was helpful to the growers, but that cool temperature slowed bud break. So by the time these leaves come out and the trees got started on the season, we were already 10 days to even 2 weeks behind.
Not to mention having to deal with rain and scab disease that comes with it. But Sawyer says what really hurt growers the most was cloudy weather they got during their peak production window.
There was about a week in September, 16th through 20-something, where our solar radiation was real low. It was about 50% of normal. And so these trees, these leaves, they're pulling in that sunlight and they're turning that into energy, to make this crop, and they just didn't have it. And so what did it hurt? It hurt the mid-season varieties more than anything else. And that is the most of what we have in the state.
It's because of those issues that Sawyer says supply is going to be very low this year. In fact, the last time they've seen yields this low was 15 years ago.
It's mainly going to be limited supply. We're just going to see a lot less crop this year, a lot less than we thought, and we'll see if we can stay around the 50 million pound mark for Georgia. The lowest is low 40s, and I think it was 2006. So that's what's happening. It's like you get through the season, and whatever you thought, sometimes it's less, but what we thought was less is turning out to be really less.
But in the end, it could turn out to not be such a terrible thing for growers as the price has remained steady.
Truly, the price is reflecting, supply. We're just down this year. So, anything that's over 50% kernel, it's putting them in that higher range, that better class. And then after that, it's coming down to nut count. So smaller nut count, larger nuts, then they're faring better, on that side of things. So from their perspective, that's helping.
Reporting in Zenith for the Farm Monitor, I'm John Holcomb.